Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And newbies, welcome. I know I was going to go live earlier, guys, and talk about this update, but duty called and I had to take care of the grandbaby. Some of y'all probably already heard about some of the updates that I'm going to talk about. But nonetheless, I still wanted to bring it here because we've been heavy invested in this story and we all want the same thing, which is justice for Shanquella. With that being said, y'all, the police has spoken to two of Shanquella's friends and they told them the same as lie that they've been telling the family. But before we get into that, I want to talk about this reporter who's been boots on the ground, going to their homes, calling their phones. But again, to our surprise, of course, some of the phone numbers have been disconnected and no one was answering at the homes. Listen to this.
Difficult to obtain, so I called phone numbers associated with all of her friends who went on the trip.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service.
Most of the numbers are now disconnected, but two of them went straight to voicemail.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
I texted both of them and also paid them a visit since they have Charlotte addresses. No one answered at the first store, and the same with the second. And while no one was home when I rang the doorbell this afternoon, a neighbor did tell me this morning they spotted CMPD outside this person's home.
Heck, even our boy Dennis Byron been out there, boots on the ground. He went to Cabo. Y'all remember him? He covered the he went to Atlanta and covered the Tasha K and Cardi B case. Like I said, he went to Cabo. He wanted to know what was going on. He said the story not gonna come to him, so he going to the story. What really happened to Shanquella Robinson? Her family wants to know, and so does the Black community.
Gotta brush up on my Spanish. Justice for Shanquella. Just landed. Gotta brush up on my Spanish. Justice for Shanquella.
That's right. Justice for Shanquella. Come on back, Dennis, with some updates for us. So with that, now let's get into the news update. But first, let me play YouTube guidelines. We may allow the kinds of violent or graphic content noted above in some cases in educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic content. This is not a pass to upload content meant to shock or disgust or encourage others to commit violent acts. And we do not make these exceptions for certain kinds of content, like footage of violent physical, sexual assault for educational content containing the kinds of violent or graphic content noted above. This context must appear in the images or audio of the video itself. Providing it in the title or description is insufficient.
Education in Cabo San Lucas lied about what happened to 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson.
Well, Queen City News first brought you the story about Shanquella Robinson's mysterious death last week. And for the first time tonight, police investigating the case now telling us what they have discovered.
Anchor Morgan Francis has been on this story from the beginning and joins us now live in the studio. Morgan, you spoke with that officer just this afternoon.
Yeah, Brian and Alicia, I did. And we learned that friends not only told the family that Shanquella Robinson had alcohol poisoning, but they also told that to police. Today, authorities told me that statement was a lie. Tonight, we also spoke with an international attorney who has experience with criminal investigations in other countries about how this process might play out. Thursday, Mexican authorities told Queen City News Shanquella Robinson's friends lied to them about what happened to her prior to her untimely death on October 29th. An officer investigating the case says they interviewed two friends at the villa in Cabo who said Shanquella Robinson had alcohol poisoning. The same story her family says they told them.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse.
It wasn't until her autopsy came back that Mexican police discovered she had a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. They also didn't see this video showing Robinson get violently assaulted until Wednesday. For that reason, their investigation is still open, and they're looking into her death.
There's a huge financial incentive to keep Cabo open and to keep people feeling safe. So to the extent they can find, prosecute, incarcerate the people that did this, in my opinion, they're going to try to do it.
Kurt Kearns is an international attorney with experience litigating international crimes and investigations. Some of what he has to say might not be the most promising news.
It's a sovereign state. So that's the first misunderstanding a lot of people have, is that, hey, man, if I'm an American and I'm in trouble somewhere, boy, they'll come to my rescue. And the reality is, not unless there's a really big interest internationally in coming to your rescue, because they will not upset international relations with a sovereign nation just to help out.
The police officer investigating the case tells Queen City News if they find evidence that leads to an arrest, they have authority to bring the group back to Mexico and, quote, they will have to answer to Mexican law. While the FBI and U.S. State Department say it's not their jurisdiction, it doesn't mean they can't investigate either.
Upon invitation, FBI can come in and assist. Upon, invitation, the State Department can get more and more involved, but it's only upon invitation, i.e., do they want us there?
The police officer said they are in contact with the FBI and consulate and urge anyone with information to contact the local FBI office, and they will relay that information to Mexican authorities.
Well, I received a call on Saturday saying that my daughter was sick and that she had alcohol poison. But her doctor had never arrived, so I don't know where they had got the alcohol poison from. So at that time, they said a doctor was on the way to examine her. And she wasn't responding, as they told me. Said she was resting a little bit, but she wasn't all the way responding as normal. So I told them to keep me informed, and I wanted to know why they couldn't take her to the emergency room. They said because they needed $5,000 cash to be seen in the emergency room. And I said, well, she has insurance. And they said they didn't take insurance by being out the country. It was a little different. So at that time, I told them just keep me informed, and they did call back, but they still saying it was alcohol poison. So by later on that evening, they called and said that Shanquella had passed.
It was a fight.
There was a fight. This was a phone call that I received that it was a fight. So the video had to be out before they actually come back to Charlotte. I never received a call from the police saying what they found.
Or an autopsy, anything like that.
Later on that week, that Thursday, we received the call. That was the autopsy saying that her death had nothing to do with alcohol. Say she had a cracked spinal, and say her neck had been broken. So that automatic let me know that she were jumped. When she actually passed, it was on a Saturday evening night when they called. But I talked to them. I think they'll ride back home maybe Sunday or Monday. And I talked to them like on Tuesday and Wednesday. I talked to them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And they kept on saying there was never a fight. There was never a fight. So I didn't believe any of them stories. So after we received the autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her. And so that took it to a whole nother level. But Shanquella was sweet, very kind. She had a heart of gold. She loved everybody. She didn't mistreat nobody. Never, no one could possibly ever say anything bad about her because she was a good person. Well, all I know that she went to college with him. That one of the guys supposed to have been her best friend. And he had went on family trips with us. And he'd been to the family house. We all been on trips together, just good time. And I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
Have you heard from him since all of this happened?
Yeah, he came to the house 4 days in a row until he found out we knew what the autopsy said.
And you haven't seen him since?
Haven't seen him since.
And Salamandra, have they given you any sense of a timeline? As far as I know, you said that they're investigating this now as a murder, but have they given you any sense of a timeline as to when you may hear more from them?
No, they just said they're still working on it.
Apparently, guys, there's this support group that's on Facebook that been, they've been sharing a lot of different information on the page. People been posting things that allegedly that knows uh all of them since they were younger. People have been posting things they've been hearing and things that were sent to them. And in this support group, allegedly they're saying that these guys been friends for years. They are childhood friends, all of them except for Shanquella. That the other 5 have been friends since they were kids. This person had put this in the group, and she said, this was just sent to me. And what I heard is that the girl that first jumped Quella, she said that Quella snitched on her cousin for something that I'm not sure of, and the cousin ended up either locked up or took out, so she was getting revenge. They set her up, the 6 of them, everyone besides Quella grew up together. They called their little gang the Scoop Gang since kids. Quella met the guy she's talking about, Khalil. She met him in college. She didn't know the female. She didn't hang out with them like that. So that's what they're saying, allegedly. And someone else posted that, when the truth comes out, y'all gonna look real stupid. Shanquella got effed up because she was trying to set up this boy back home and he got expired. The girl who beat her up was his cousin, blah blah blah. That's what she's saying. And it all came out during the trip. I don't believe that. I don't believe that information came out during the trip. I believe they set her up long before Mexico. So I'm not sure if I believe this narrative that people are out here trying to throw out there. I'm not sure that I believe that narrative. And even if that was the case, she's not the one that took him out or got him locked up. You know what I'm saying? She's not the one that did that. We don't know the situation surrounding that if that's true. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it. I think that that's a narrative that they all out here, they may be them little friends cahootsing together trying to push something else out there, and I don't believe it. I don't know if you guys saw the post that Khalil had put up before the family knew about it, before the body Shanquella was even shipped to the USA. They said he put this post up and then deleted it. And it reads, "Dear Miss Quella, the boss, my heart is so effing torn and all I can ask is why, or what should I have done differently? They say not to question God, but this right here just ain't sitting right with me. What am I supposed to do now? Who do I talk to about my business plans? When I just want to get up and get on a plane, who's going to come with me? We've been doing this shit, man, since 2014 type. We had so much more to accomplish together. I literally just asked you the other day, when I get rich, what car you want? And you said a MFG wagon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't your man. Such a genuine soul, beautiful and strong-minded individual. Gone way too soon. I love you." First of all, dude, what the hell you mean? What could you have done differently? You could have stopped it. And maybe not be talking about Quella. Fight back. You want to fight back? Maybe, stop that bull from beating on her. That's what you could have done differently. What could he have done differently? This is before, they're saying that he posted this before all the information came out. But, his account's deleted now. He deleted his account. They said he changed his phone number. And then they were talking about, too, in this group, that these two went to, and Dejanay has apparently, they've been friends for a very long time, too. They've been going on trips together. And I bring this up because at the end of the day, remember, they said that Winter was the one that did the fatal body slam to Shanquella. So that explains why she probably got involved. I don't think the beef had nothing to do with her. She was probably just jumping her with her friend, doing what they do. That's just my opinion. That's what I think happened anyway. But remember, we've been talking about the person with this phone. I think this girl is the one who's been the leak, dropping all the secret videos and everything. I think that that's her. I think this is her. I think she's the one that's gonna probably been behind the scenes talking to the police, and good if she is. I hope she is anyway. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part, but because she still haven't said anything and no one is really talking about her much. So I think she's trying to stay in the back because she's the one that's been actually leaking all the proof. I think she's the one in that. This is her in that blue shirt with the blue t-shirt on. They was talking about in the group that they stole her money and that she paid for the Airbnb, that it was confirmed by her father. Yes, the dad did say that the trip was supposed to have been split by the host, and Shanquella wasn't even the host, but her card was charged full amount for the Airbnb. And y'all, allegedly they're saying that you know how they charge the expenses, the cleanup and everything on the charge. Well, they charged Shanquella's card also for the cleanup in the aftermath. So not only did they rob her and take her out and steal her money, her credit cards, and her phone, because her phone has still not been recovered, but she also was charged for the cleanup of what they done to her. That's sick. That's just sick. That's just sick. But I wanted to come again and bring this update and talk about it. With that being said, guys, they took my TikTok, guys. So I had to go on my backup TikTok. Well, create a backup TikTok, and I'm gonna upload my videos over there. Once I get that set over there, I'll drop the link in my description box. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And hit that notification bell so you'll see when I drop new videos. And guys, follow me on all my platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All at Sister Girl Talk TV.
For elementary, and I'm 23 now. Family and friends preparing to say goodbye to Shanquella Robinson. The 25-year-old woman was killed while on a trip with friends in Mexico. There's no way I'm supposed to be getting her ready for a funeral. I'm not with her mom and her dad. We spoke tonight with one of Shanquella's closest friends, Khadijah Vincent, not long after she told us she visited the funeral home to help prepare Shanquella's body. We went to the funeral home, we dressed her, did her hair. It was a crazy experience because today we're supposed to be turning up. It's supposed to be our Friendsgiving. Despite her disbelief, shock, and anger over Shanquella's death, Khadijah says this week's developments in the case have been somewhat encouraging. Mexican officials released Shanquella's death certificate showing she died of a broken neck and spine, not alcohol poisoning, as alleged by friends on the trip with her. I'm glad that it's getting the attention that it needs, because I wish it was like this from day one. Even though it took nearly a month to see the acceleration in the case we saw this week, Vincent has no doubt where the FBI investigation will lead. I'll get justice, so I'm not worried about that. I'm more so disappointed that she was around people that she thought were her friends.
It's my friends to me because, y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm going to keep it hot. You going to keep it hot? What? I'm going to keep it hot. I've been to that I don't want to wear because it's cute as fuck. What the old said, they croup. The one that's like mediocre is my champion. I can't.